Alright, I decided to redo this video. Last time I recorded, I was going off of literally just beating it. So that explains why it was so insane. Before I start though, I just want to shout out this guy who beat it within a week of me uploading it, and he's still the only victor, so GG. As you can see, it took me 2 hours on just a successful attempt. And in total, I think it took me an entire year. I really don't know what I can say about this level, because it's just pure difficulty. Not really many interesting things to say about it, other than the fact that it was inspired by a Little Big Planet 2 level called ATHANATOS. And just like this, it's probably the hardest level I have ever seen. I suppose that I'll point out any saves that actually mean anything to me. Like if I really like one or really hate one. Speaking of ones I hate, this one. This one is extremely frustrating. Wouldn't be so bad if not for the last 2 jumps. But I couldn't nerf it because I knew it was possible. I honestly don't know why I put myself through this, but I'm kind of happy I did, because now I have something to brag about, and I am honestly proud of how this level turned out, despite the difficulty. This is 6 screens long, by the way. So you may be looking at the timer and being like, oh, doesn't look that bad. We'll be getting into some examples. Also, I had to nerf that. I had to nerf that to the right. You can see in the nerfed corner. This one is also pretty tough. I don't know why. I like this one as a precursor to what's gonna happen later. I also had to nerf this one. I had no idea why I designed it like that. I'm not even sure I tested it. But yeah, that spike on the ceiling was... I think it was 1 grid space to the right. Also, I like this one that I'm on right now, and I just completed. Apologies that I'm still very scatterbrained in my commentary. I think I already explained why earlier, so I don't really have any more excuses. This one can go to hell, though. Oh wait, it is in hell. This one also got nerfed. I honestly have no idea how I was supposed to do it. You might also be noticing that the screens are getting gradually less saves. This one only has 2. Take a wild guess at how many are in the next one. I also like the very tense and slow nature of this whole screen. This one isn't that bad, but I kind of like it. It softens you up for the blow of the next room. You may be wondering, hey, it's not that bad. You can tell how long this took me because, first of all, it took me a whole hour, and second of all, the game lagged trying to load this. This whole level is so... it's so mad. You have no idea how stressed I was every single time I made it here. But anyway, at long last, that's the level. Rest assured, I don't think I'm gonna make anything this hard ever again.